Hi everyone, welcome to another declutter. This top drawer is going to be the bronzer section, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing here is this Hourglass palette. This is the Ghost palettes from a couple holidays ago, and I like that it had face powders, bronzers, blushers in here. I'm gonna hold on to this. This is the Park Ave Princess, and honestly, I really love the packaging, but the product inside, I only use a couple colors. I only use like Princess Cut, and I don't really use the rest, so I don't feel the need to hold on to the whole palette for just one color when I have plenty of other colors that I could use for either bronzer or for contouring. So I'm gonna let this one go. It's barely used as well. It still smells really good. This is the Kokie Contour Palette. This is actually what I use when I want to contour. I use this one color here. This one is fairly old, and I believe I still have one KVD single that is in this kind of similar color, so I could get rid of this palette and just use that and reclaim some room in my drawer. So let me see if I can find it, and if I do, then I might just do that. All right, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder bronzer in Rosewood, and I like it, but I think this powder bronzer is a little too deep for me. So I think I'm gonna let this one go. Beautiful formula though, just not quite for me. This is one of my favorites, and I think it's a dupe, honestly, for the Charlotte Tilbury, and this is Forever Sunkissed in e.l.f. Nothing fancy about the packaging, no mirror, but really good product. I love this one. I'm holding on to that. City Bronzer, I don't love it as much, but I still think it's really, really good, especially for the drugstore. So I'm gonna hold on to this as well. This is the Soleil One from Laura Mercier. Honestly, I really, really like this bronzer quite a lot, so I'm gonna hold on to this. This is from e.l.f., and this is the Sunkissed Glow Bronzer. I'm gonna let this one go. This is from Yenza. This is their cream. Whoop. And I actually really like this bronzer, so I'm gonna hold on to it. I know they have redesigned the packaging from now and included more colors. This is Sunlit Glow, the original one, so I'm gonna hold on to this. I'll also hold on to the original Butter Bronzer. I really wish they would rethink their packaging. No one wants this little place, that little brush they had. It still smells amazing. Mine is cracked, but I still love this. LYS. This is a newer one to my collection. It's nice and neutral. It doesn't pull too orange. I like it, so I'm gonna hold on to this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury. You know what? Honestly, it's not something that blows my mind, but I spent a lot of money on this. I do really want to try the cream one, but for now, I'm gonna hold on to this. I do like that these are refillable. You can just get more product and put it in there. This is in shade 2 medium. This is a collaboration that Ipsy did with Gigi Gorgeous. The product is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't even think you can get this anymore. I don't feel the need to hold on to this, so I'm gonna let it go, but I liked it. This is one of my favorites from Pixi. I don't think they make this anymore, but I still love it. And this is the Multi Balm Sheer Sculpt, and I use this all over my face as a bronzer. Love that. One I didn't like as much is the Tarte, is this Park Avenue Princess? Something like that, but basically it's the same thing. It's too dark for me. I am not going to use this. I got sucked in. I got one of the big, huge Omega Marc Jacob bronzers. I like it. It doesn't blow my mind, but I spent a lot of money on it and I'm keeping it. This is the Sweetie Pie, and honestly, I just like looking at it. It's so pretty, but I don't need to use this one anymore. And I'm going to get rid of that one. This is from Becca. This is just way too deep for my skin tone. It's beautiful though. You could use it as an eyeshadow palette, but I'm gonna let it go. This is from Ofra. This is the Americano. I'm pretty sure I have 2 of these too. So I'll hold on to this one. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. This one I like to travel with. It's a good bronzer. Do I really need it though? Probably not, but it's not taking up a lot of room either, so I'll hold on to this. Oh, here we go. This is the Park Avenue Princess. If I wanted a Tarte bronzer, this is the one I would use, but honestly, I don't need this one. I'm gonna let it go. This, when Fiona Styles was still a thing, this is just really old. I should let it go and toss it, honestly. This is in Ahiko, so I'm gonna toss this one. Here. This is an old Tartist Pro Glow To Go. Gosh, I don't know why I don't use this more often. I just forget I have it. Honestly, I'm gonna hold on to this one. And for this little guy, I think this was like a gift with purchase or perk point things. So this has the Chocolate Soleil and a couple of eyeshadows, so I could replace this with this and then have a couple eyeshadows, although this is much bulkier. But then I won't feel so bad about getting rid of this one. So yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this. I think the package is cuter too. Ooh, this is the old Smashbox. This is the perfect contour shade. I love this one. I don't use the rest of them. I just use the contour shade. But if I ever do find that other, maybe I just get rid of this. Okay, this is the Natural Face. I actually really like this. It is a little warm. These highlights don't exactly fit my skin tone, but I liked this for so long, especially this pink sand. Do I need this? I'm gonna hold on to it for a second, but it is pretty bulky packed. I love the packaging though. I'm gonna hold on to it. This is the Hydrating Complexion Trio from Alamar Cosmetics. So 2 bronzer, pretty. I'm gonna hold on to that. This is from Ace Beauté. These are too dark for me. I'm not gonna use these. Yeah. This is the Lorac Pro. Oh my God, I love it. This is old. This needs to be thrown away, but I loved this. Okay, so this is the Trustique bronzer stick. I love this product. Keeping that. From Nomad, this is the Kiss of Sun Bronze Contour Powder. I don't feel the need to hold on to this. And I'm pretty sure I have a face palette as well with maybe even these colors, so I'm gonna let this one go. All right, from IBY, this is their highlight, and okay, so it has a contour, and 2 highlights. I forget I have this one, honestly. Well, I'll give it a shot. This is from Shelly. It's never been used. Cream concealer and color correction. Honestly, I am gonna let this one go. Bronzed Bondi. Forgot I had this in here. It's pretty. It's small. Do I need this? It's not hurting anything, but it is small. I'm gonna let it go. Shades by Shan. This is a bronzer, and this is in the color Latte. This one looks nice. I'm gonna hold on to this one. This is the Cover FX powder palette, and it has some bronzers and some highlighters and everything in here, and a finishing powder. I'm gonna hold on to this. You can see it's brand new, never touched, not used. The Cocoa Contour. Oh yeah, the Too Faced. So this actually has the light contour, medium contour, and some highlights. I wish, for me, maybe I would try these 4, so maybe I need to try that because I don't think I've really gotten into here. So I will do that. It's from Item Beauty, which really isn't even a brand anymore, and this is Vibes, and so I'm just gonna let this go. Ooh, this needs just to be tossed, and so I will do that, and it kind of smells after a little while when you use this one, so don't ever buy the big ones. This is the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer, so I'm gonna let this one go. Actually, truthfully, I'm gonna throw that one away. Let's see here. All right. One last thing hiding out in here. This is from NARS, and this is Laguna Classic. It's a good one. I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna wipe out the inside of this drawer. All right, let's count these back up. So I'm keeping 21, and I'm going to get rid of, let me count them, and I'm getting rid of 19. Welcome to part 1 of my eyeshadow palette declutter and collection. Starting with, this is from Too Faced. This is the Palm Springs Dream palette. And this one is actually kind of fun. I've done a lot of halo looks with this one here, the TFTI and BYOB. It's kind of just a pretty palette overall. It doesn't get a ton of love, but I really like this one, so I'm going to keep it. This is the Pure Festival. We got this in a BoxyCharm, pretty sure. These are not colors that are really in my wheelhouse. I don't even mind glitter so much. It's just I'm not going to use these colors. I've barely used this palette, so I'm going to give this one away. This is the Alchemy palette, and they're just kind of fun, interesting toppers, but truth be told, I don't do that very often. So I don't feel the need to hold on to this, and it's also from a brand that I don't really support anymore. This is the Wanderess Rush palette from Wander Beauty. I like these colors, but do I like them enough to keep this palette? And it is easy to travel with, but I have a lot of neutral palettes. I don't know if I need one more. I'm gonna put this in maybe for now. We'll see. This one is a keep though. This is the Too Faced Natural Matte, so it's just a nice all matte palette with some very like neutral nude shades. Ah, Il Maquillage. This palette sometimes confuses me. It's 4 colors. I don't feel like sometimes there's enough of a gradient difference between what some of the colors are. The eyeshadow formula was nice, but it wasn't so special that I feel the need to hold on to this, so I'm gonna let this one go. This is the Violet Voss All of You Forever. I actually like this palette quite a bit. It's got some nice greens in it. It's got this nice like gold in it. But as I'm looking at it now, I do have other palettes that have green in them, and I don't know if I need to hold on to this just for this green. Sorry, I couldn't see that. So I'm going to surprise myself here. I think I was intent on keeping it, but now I think I'm not. I'm going to let this one go. Wow, surprised. What's this? This is from Kypress. Pretty sure this was also BoxyCharm. This has just like these 4, they call it like highlighters really, but they're little toppers, and I don't know if I ever really got into these very much. And it says that it was supposed to be pretty expensive. I don't know if I necessarily believe that. I don't know. I'll put that in maybe for now, but I'm leaning towards Declutter. The whole point is I want to open up my palette drawer and just be super excited about everything that's in there. We'll see. Ooh, this one is definitely stained. This is the Going Coconuts. You can see mine is Well Loved. This has a lot of beautiful like nude colors, a couple of sparkles in there. I really, really like this one. And I really like the That's Taupe as well. I feel like they go together really well. So I'm going to keep this one. Okay, this is from Jouer. This is the Essential Matte and Shimmer Eyeshadow Palette. I got this in a Beautylish Unlucky or Lucky Bag, however you want to say it. This is a nice neutral palette. It's nothing special to write home about. And I don't know if I feel the need particularly to keep this one. I don't think I do. I don't feel like I need to keep this, so I'm going to go ahead and let this one go too. Uh-oh, I've had some sort of explosion over here. This is the Milani Pure Passion. This reminds me a lot, not only of the Stila, but of almost like the Naked Cherry palette. Honestly, I don't really ever use these colors a lot, and I don't see myself changing that, so I'm going to let this one go. Next up is the Milani Most Loved Mattes. Oh, this is nice. It's all matte shades. Do I feel like I need this though? No, because I feel like honestly that Too Faced one has a lot of these same shades, if I'm being honest. So if I look at it, let me pull that up. I feel like these have a lot of the same color, so I don't need this one anymore. All right, this is from Zoeva. This is the Opulence palette. Pretty sure this was a BoxyCharm. And let's see here. I don't dislike this palette because it does look like it has a lot of like shimmers and sparkles and only a couple of mattes, but I just don't know if I will find myself reaching for this. Let me think on that. Let me think on that one. I've never used it yet. I don't know all of a sudden why now would be the time to start. Oh, next up, Smashbox. This is a nice neutral palette. Honestly, it's one that I've hardly ever or never used, so I think I'm just gonna let this one go to a good home. I don't need this. This is newer to me. This was given to me when I went on the Charleston trip, and it's by Unearthly Cosmetics. It's the Don't Be Jelly eyeshadow palette. I did not know how I was going to feel about this when I started playing with the colors though. Some of them really impressed me and surprised me, including this one, this Luminescence. It's such a pretty color. I am definitely holding on to this one. And it's my only palette from Unearthly Cosmetics, so I like this one. Okay, we have the Wayne Goss. This is the Amber? Yeah, Amber palette. Pretty sure I got this also in the Beautylish bag. These colors, they're fine. This brown is fine. The sparkle shine is fine. I think the real star of the show are these little like pressed glitters. Same when I look at the Imperial Topaz, but I like this formula. I'm gonna go and hold on to this one as well as the Imperial Topaz, which looks like this, and it has more of those neutral colors in brown. So I think this one is a really, really fun palette. I like this one a lot. We'll hold on to that. Next up, this is from ColourPop. This is the Grandeur palette. Okay, what do we feel about this one? Split second thought is, I like it. I'm gonna keep it. It's very official. All right, this is the Lorac Pro. Beautiful neutral shades. Honestly, like everything that you need. I'm holding on to this one. And I like their formula. Plus I love this, like the package and like the way it's so easy to travel with. All right, I have two palettes from Viseart here. I know this one they try and say it's also like for eyebrows. Is that right? Something like that. And this one, you know, I don't know. I want to like these a lot. I think, I just don't know if I love them. In fact, I know I don't love them, but they are expensive. But the money's already spent, so that's not the point, right? Am I actually going to use them? I don't think that I am. I don't think so. It might just be better for me to finally give it up. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna let both go. All right, now we are into the Dominique Cosmetics. I really like this formula and the color stories that she has. This is the Latte 2. It's got some beautiful like shimmers. It's got some mattes in there. It's got some fun punches of color. And I think it's a nice companion palette to the original Latte palette. So you can see here. I mean, I just think these tones are beautiful. I think she did a good job on these. I'm keeping both of those. This is the Tarte Clay Play, I think it is. And this one also has some bronzers along the bottom, which you could also use as eyeshadow. And it still smells nice too. So I'm gonna hold on to this one, even though it is a little bit heavy and bulky to travel with. I still think it's just a nice, neutral, fun palette. Oh, more Dominique Cosmetics. This is the berry one. Berries and cream. Ooh, forgot how pretty this one is. It has this dark kind of cranberry one and the cherry juice. Oh, so pretty. If you're into like pinks, purples, such a good one. And that end shade, it looks like black, but it's called Blackberry, so it has black but with like a tiny hint of purple in it. And then last but not least for Dominique is the Rustic Glam palette. Now I haven't played with this one as much as the Latte ones, but I really do like the formula. I'm gonna hold on to this, and yeah, I don't feel bad about it. Next up is the Glam Metal by Crown Cosmetics. This was a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy, I'm pretty darn sure. And honestly, I always tell myself in every declutter that I'm going to use this, and then I never do. So this is the year, finally. I'm letting this one go. Someone should be happy to have this. right, I'm a little embarrassed that I have this, but I have this one as well as the big one. I got sucked into the whole drama online when it was creating this palette, and we all got duped, didn't we? Yeah, but honestly, I don't even like these colors. I mean, besides Diet Root Beer or Cry on the... I don't think I am going to ever use this. That cranberry is kind of like the cranberry in the last palette we just saw. Yeah, honestly, I am actually going to let this go. Next up, we have from the Brow Bar. It's a fun little palette here. I remember really liking this little pop of green that it has over here in the corner. But other than that, I don't see any reason to keep this palette. I'm going to let it go. More Milani. So this is the Soft and Sultry. Oh my gosh, I remember loving this palette, and then there was one color in here that like shattered when I traveled. I was so sad about it. Even though I have, you know what? I have this story over and over and over again in my collection. Do I need this one with the busted color? I don't think I do. I'm gonna let it go. I am surprising myself. I did not think that was gonna happen. Another Milani. This is the Bold Obsessions. I think I've used one color once. This is actually a pretty row. Would I use this more now that I see it in my collection and have access to it? Maybe, maybe not. But I've got a million neutral palettes. This I can find in that Berries and Cream palette. This I could find in that Rustic palette. But it's nice and small to travel with. I'm going to put it in maybe. We'll come back to it. Oh, this can definitely go. I don't really support this brand, and I don't even think I've ever used this palette. Or I have down here, just as an eyeliner. This color story is not for me, and neither is this company. Next up from Shelly, I do like that these little pans can come out if you want to take them out. They don't strike me as anything fantastic that I have to keep. Let me swatch a couple of these. I mean, it's okay. That one's kind of pretty. Yeah, I just don't think I feel the need to hold on to this. You know, those last couple of swatches were pretty nice. But I'm sure I have that color moreover in other palettes. I'm gonna let this go. Moving on, this is the Milani Gilded Desires. It's mostly shimmers. I don't feel the need to hold on to this, or do I? No, I don't think I do. I don't feel the need to hold on to this. This is from Jouer. I remember I bought this myself. I was a little disappointed in the quality of some of these mattes. The shimmer was really pretty, but I know I can definitely get rid of this one. And then these are just sentimental MAC palettes. You can see how old and crusty they are. I don't plan on using any of these on my eyes. This is purely makeup nostalgia. So I should just throw these out. They're so old, but it rings up memories when I look at it. And last but not least, here's another one. Yeah. This palette I don't feel particularly pulled to. There's a couple colors in the other ones, but not this one that actually interest me. So, but they're also old. I'm not putting them on my eyes anymore. Okay, so I will get rid of actually both palettes. It's time. right, so that is all of the palettes that I'm going to be keeping, and let me count up the ones that I'm getting rid of. And I am getting rid of 20. So I'm keeping 17 and I'm letting go of 20. So that's more than half in this drawer that's gone through. Welcome to part 2 of my eyeshadow palette drawer declutter, and let's go ahead and jump into it. So in my last drawer, I kept 12. I'll have to go back and remember, and I got rid of 17, I believe, so it was well over half. So I don't necessarily feel the need to do more than half in each, but just letting you know where we're at. All right. Oh boy. She is controversial, is she not? I still really like this palette. I've already spent my money on it. Is it bad that I want to keep this one? Sorry. I'm sorry if I angered anybody. I don't support her any longer. I already spent the money. All right. This is the Nude Beach Volume 3 from The Balm. I love their packaging. Their artwork is always amazing. So, I'm not super fond of the pan sizes that they have here. I feel like they really had way more space to play with. I mean, I understand what they're doing, but anyways. It's not a palette that I use a lot, but I still really like it, so I'm going to keep it. Okay. This is the Urban Decay Naked. This is the original. I bought this at the very end when they had that big, like, it's leaving forever, you better get it now or forever hold your peace. So I did get it now. It's a good palette. It's not my favorite palette, but it is good and is solid and has nostalgia on it. So I'm going to keep this one for now. This is the original Nudie Patootie from Laura Lee's Los Angeles. I actually really like this palette quite a bit. Yeah, I do. I really like this palette, so I'm going to keep it. Alright, now we're going to get into the ABH section here. This is the Carly Bible palette, and honestly, I was a bit disappointed with this one. There's nothing in particular that really knocked my socks off with this one, and I wanted to love it. And for a while I was keeping palettes together just to keep them together, like all the ABH palettes together, but I don't feel the need to do that anymore. And I've got like a pretty purple shift type thing, and I've got other shimmers, so I don't think I really need this anymore, so I'm gonna let this go. Speaking of Naked palettes, here's the Naked Urban Decay Cherry palette. I know I got this on a sale, because there's no way I paid full price for it, but honestly, it's fine, but it's not a color story that I use a ton, so I don't feel the need for it to hang out in my collection. Yeah, I'm gonna let this go. Okay. Next is the Norvina palette. I love purples. I thought this was gonna be a very purple palette, and there are some purples in here. Is this the time I'm actually gonna get rid of some of these palettes? Goodness, it might be. As much as I love purple, and I like this formula, it doesn't mean I have to keep this palette. I think I'm gonna let this go too. Okay, Modern Renaissance. I know a lot of people really love this. To be truthful, I don't like all of the reds and the browns and the oranges in here. I just like the neutral kind of colors. So I never use this. I'm gonna let this go. I cannot believe this. You remember in 2016-17, everyone raved about this palette. It was just the bee's knees. Okay, here are 3 that I absolutely refuse to let go though, and I feel good about keeping these 3. First is the Sultry. This has everything I want in a palette from ABH. Beautiful colors, beautiful shimmers. It's so good. I really wish that it wasn't limited edition packaging. I think it's also just beautiful, so I'm keeping that. I'm also keeping the perfect companion, which is the Soft Glam. I know mine is a little busted, so I don't travel with her, but I still love these colors. I absolutely love this palette. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll buy it again, so it's not broken. And I think this is probably the best Anastasia palette that they came out with, and this is with Jackie Aina. If I really wanted those deep, dark jewel colors and everything, I would go into this palette versus the Norvina palette. And I think this Sponsor color and this Lituation These are really, really cool colors that you just don't see anywhere else. So actually, I'm okay letting go the Norvina because this one has better purples in it, in my opinion. So I'm going to keep those. And then for a naked palette that I will keep, this is the Naked Honey. Even though some of it is like very yellow gold and then into brown, I still really like this. So I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this one. All right, next we have Illamasqua. Pretty sure this was a BoxyCharm. And this is kind of just one neutral matte shade paired with one shimmery shade above it. I don't feel like I need this, honestly. Yeah, I don't need this. All right, I have two left of the Too Faced kind of tins, and this is the original chocolate bar. I really like this palette. I don't know why I don't use it more. I'm keeping this one, and I'm also keeping the Too Faced Sweet Peach. Remember when everyone lost their marbles over this? I understand why. It's a beautiful palette. I'm keeping this one too. All right, now reaching into the back drawer from Dominique Cosmetics. This one is Sweater Weather, and this is cute, but I don't need this one, and it's not necessarily colors I'm going to use all the time, so I'm going to let this one go. Next up from Zoeva is the Blank Fusion. This reminds me a little bit of that Naked Honey, and I've got a ton of these neutral kind of shades all over. I'm going to let this one go. Next up, the Essentials from Violet Voss. Pretty sure this was a BoxyCharm exclusive. I don't think I've ever really gotten to use this very much, except for this one color over here, Emerald, and I don't think I will. So I'm going to let this one go. And then here's the Essentials 2, which is purples, blues. That rose gold and bronze are pretty, but I don't want to keep it just for two colors. I'm going to let this one go too. And if you think I'm going to end up with only a ton of neutral palettes, I think you're right. I'm not mad about it either. Okay. This one seems fine. Nothing to write home about, but all of these colors are present in the Naked palette, so I don't feel the need to hold on to this one. And this is like new. I don't think I've ever used this. Okay, don't come for me. This is old, but this is the Shade and Light. It's still a really good color story and palette. I'm sorry. It is all matte though. I do love more than mattes. Should I let it go? Maybe it's okay to hold on to. It took me so long to finally get this, and now I'm not even sure. I'm gonna maybe it for a second. All right. Magnify Eyes Reloaded Edition from Rimmel. There's nothing wrong with these. I just haven't used them. Oops. This reminds me of that studio one that we just decluttered. There's some pretty colors in here. Wow, I really haven't played with this much. I'm gonna hold on to this one. But the jeweled with the greens and the yellows, I'm pretty sure I know myself well enough to know that I'm not going to use those colors, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Butter London. This was an Ipsy. I don't feel the need to hold on to this. In fact, I think I have a couple of them. Next is Golden Hour by Beauty for Real. This reminds me so much of the Wander Beauty. So much, actually. I wonder if that Wander Beauty's in the next drawer. It's pretty. Do I need this? Because the Wander Beauty I feel like is just like this. I'm gonna think about that. I need to compare it to the other Wander Beauty one. And then I'll decide of the two, I'll keep one of them. Oh, this is the Buxom, and it's kind of in a purple mauve type of family. I don't need this one. Marvelous Mauves. These are all mattes, I believe, and some pretty colors in here. I'm going to hold on to this one though. Oh, Becca, back when you were a thing. This is just a pretty neutral palette, all mattes. I don't feel the need to hold on to this. Becca's not even necessarily a brand you can buy from anymore, except for the collab with Smashbox for just a few products. So, ooh, this was Blink. This was a BoxyCharm exclusive. These were amazing, like shimmery shades. I don't know if I'll ever get rid of this. It's just so beautiful. It's too beautiful. And they still swatch really well. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I think I gotta hold on to it. I'm sorry. Just a little longer. Next up, Wander Beauty. Oh, this isn't the one that I was referring to, but it is also in the same type of shades. I don't know if there's enough variation in here from the darkest to the lightest to everything else, so I think I'm gonna let this one go. This is the Day to Night, the Auto Balm from The Balm. And it has this black primer that you can put down and then intensify the colors. I never really did that, but do I want to hold on to this? No, I don't think I do. All right. House Laboratories Glam Room #1. I forgot I even had this palette, honestly. I remember you have to work these up quite a bit to have them show up on your skin. If you're into that kind of thing, then maybe you'll really like this one. I don't think I need this one. Do I? No, I don't think I need it. Next up, this is the Rose Gold from Ulta. I don't think I've ever opened this or used it, and I don't plan to do it now, so I'm going to let this one go. It's the BoxyCharm exclusive palette. We did Hello Charmer, and a couple of fun colors in here. Do I think that I will use this? Probably not. I never have, but ooh, that glitter's kind of fun. Maybe I'll change my mind on that. Just for that color. All right, I'll give you a try. That one's kind of fun. All right, I'll give it a try. All right, let's put back all the ones that I said we're keeping. So I am keeping 16 from this drawer, and I am decluttering 18. So actually we did more than half again, so yay for me. So make sure you're subscribed so you can see more declutters. Like, we'll move on to the next drawer, which is all of the single shadows. First thing up top here is this Viseart. It's this Petite Pro Un, and this is the perfect little travel size palette. It's got some fun colors, and I like the quality, so I will hold on to this one. Next up in this little pouch is from Rowan. This is the 111 or 1111. These are fun little cream shadows, and honestly this one up here has gotten the most dent because it's gotten the most use. So I like this one. I will hold on to this one. Do you guys keep your little dust bags? I don't know if it's worth it. Okay. Next up we have a single from Il Maquillage. I don't know if I feel the need to hold on to this. I feel like I've got this color in other palettes and I don't need it in a single, so I'm gonna let this one go. But I guess speaking of singles, we can go through some of these. I have some of the Dose of colors. Some of them are really, really pretty. So this is Wild Free. Oh yeah, so good. Definitely stain. This is Night Sky. Beautiful. Keeping that one. Caffeine Queen. This one is actually one of my favorites. It's a nice taupey one with some sparkles in it. Keeping Caffeine Queen again. I have two because I like it so much. Jackpot. Beautiful olive green with gold specks. Keeping Lock and Key. This is the dark brown, and it's really pretty too. These are beautiful for one and done shadows. You don't need to mess with them too much. Just place it down, one color, and you're good to go. This last one is called Reflection, And there. You can see how pretty they all are. And they all have a little bit of like gold speckle in them. Okay, the Mauve Obsessions. I am gonna let this go. I mean, I got rid of the Modern Reticence because I didn't really like those colors, so I don't need to hold on to this Huda palette, even though it's fun for traveling. This one I do love, though. This is the Smoky Obsessions. Oh, perfect. This one is perfect. So I'm definitely holding on to this one. This is also Viseart. This is a tiny little quad, the Petite Four. And this color up here is very, very special. It has like a duochrome blue-purple shift to it. But don't let it fool you. This one even has some sparkle in it too. This one is beautiful. I'm going to hold on to this. This is just an eye primer. I'm going to keep that. Hourglass. If you have not tried the Scattered Lights, they're so beautiful. So this was from a holiday set. This is Ray. Definitely keeping this one. Speaking of, this is my favorite color. This one is Smoke, which is a nice taupey color. You can see the huge dent in that one. I use this all the time. Hourglass in Rapture. This one I'm good to let go because I don't really use these orangey, like red, pink. This one isn't for me. This is the Naked Basics. I think this one is a great little travel palette. I'm gonna hold on to that. This is the Pure Sculpt. This was part of like a 3-pack. I don't need this. I was using it as like single eyeshadows, but honestly, I don't really need that. These are the e.l.f. quads. So Rosewater, the Jalapeno, I think it's the Truffle, and then Cream. These are all great, and they're only around $3, $4. I'm gonna hold on to all those. Wandress After Party. This is only 3 shades, but they're fun little pops of color shades that you could just pack in a bag and have just a little something extra. I think those are nice. The Pixie by Petra. Honestly, it's nice and cute. I don't have anything against the colors. I don't need this. I'm gonna let it go. Here's that other Il Makiage single. So the other was more of a coppery, and this one is more of a champagne. Pretty, but not needed. So it is very beautiful though. All right, this is the Raw Beauty Christie collab with ColourPop, and this was Mycelium. Yes, and I'm gonna hold on to this one. It's a fun little speck of like glitter. If you don't mind messing with pigments, and don't find them too messy. This is a beautiful one from MAC, and it's called Tan. So I've had this forever. You're never gonna run out of this. All right, this is Iconic London, and this one is all dried out. I'm gonna throw this one away. Oh, okay, so now we have a couple of these Auric beauty ones. So this is Temper, which is the rose gold base. You can see it here. So you can see it's got like a puffed moussey type bottom, and then in the top it will have a corresponding type of glitter as a top coat. You can wear each alone, you can wear it combined together. It's really pretty. I also have it in the brown shade, which is in Defiance. Defiance is between the two. My favorite, you can see it's got a huge dip in it as well. And Defiance has this shade, let me show you, as its top coat. So this one more yellow, and this one is more rose gold. So keeping both of these. Ciate London. This one has like shimmers and particles in it. It's kind of fun. So, but you can't really see it a ton right now, and I'm looking for something a little more blinding, so I think I'm gonna let this one go. Oh, I did not have good experiences with this. This is the Ace Beauté. This red one stained my eyelid quite a bit. Oh, sorry, you can't see. I am not keeping either of these. This pixie one, I am just going to also let go. All right, so this is Molten. This was in a set with the other scattered lights. This one is my least favorite color. I'm gonna let this one go. This is the Kaja stack. And so you can see it's got 3 different shimmers in this one. I do like this stack, so this is Toasted Caramel. So I'm gonna hold on to this one. All right, oh, we have another Viseart. Petit Pro de. And this one has more purples and a couple of other like shimmer colors in here. I'll hold on to this one. This is Luminous Sensation for Catrice Aqua Fresh Highlighting Eyeshadow. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Oh, it's all dried up. We're not going to use that. Ah, another bento. I don't like this bento as much as the other one. Oops. And so I'm going to let this one go, but here are the colors. It's 2 mattes and then 1 shimmer up top. So it's kind of like a red and a peach and a yellow sparkle. I don't feel the need to hold on to this one. I'm going to let this go. This is Caramel Apple from Tarte, very similar to the Scattered Lights. I like this one. I'm going to hold on to it. Danessa Myricks. This is the Superstar. I don't know how to feel about this because everyone always says how much they love it. I've given it the good college try, you can see. I just don't know if I love it, but I'll use it till it's gone. This is IBY. This is a single shadow in one color called Get Soaked. I'm gonna let this go. Ooh, these are cute from Koki. Very much like the Auric or like Tom Ford that also does this, but you've got the yellow cream up top. You've got the powder. Hopefully it doesn't spill. Let's see here. Underneath, like glitter. I'm gonna let this go, but I think it is really pretty. Naked Pigment, if you're into the pigment stuff, these will last forever, and this is a really pretty color. I'll hold on to that one. All right, M&M Shadows Beige, meechandmia.com. Okay. Ooh, it's like an orange, and it's not something I feel like I'm ever going to wear, so I'm gonna let that go. It exploded as well on me. All right, also from that holiday pack of Scattered Lights, this is Foil. I'm gonna hold on to that one. It's a single shadow from MAC called Starry Night. Kind of has a flip, goes like turquoise, blue, to green. This is Vesca. It's a Moonlit Dream eyeshadow. I like this one quite a bit. The e.l.f., I am going to get rid of this one. I think it's just dried out and old. This is the Beauty by Pop Sugar. This is just a tiny little trio. If you're into the natural thing, but not anything that I think I'm going to be using anytime soon. I'm gonna get rid of that one. Okay, now. Let's see what we have back here. Number 1, we have a Violet Voss, little 6. I think I would use like 2 of the colors, maybe 3 of the colors. And I probably have these colors in other palettes. I do, I know I do, so I'll get rid of this one. All right, next up we have a couple of Charlotte Tilbury. Pretty sure these were both from Beautylish bags because I've never bought it from Charlotte Tilbury just by itself. These colors are really pretty, kind of muted. I will hold on to this one. I'll also hold on to this one. Let me show it to you. So, pretty. I will hold on to both. Back here, we've got Space Case. I think these are all highlighters. I don't feel the need to hold on to this. I just don't. As soon as I opened it, I was like, I don't think I need it. And I'm just going to go with my gut instincts there. Next up, we have this is the Belle and Argent. Let me clean it off for you. Yeah, it is. Belle and Argent. This one has a really pretty color story. I actually really like this one. Just forget that I have it. I should use this one more often. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this one. I like this one. All right, from Jouer. This is the Essential Jet Set. All matte. I don't think I need this. Nope, I'm gonna let it go. Ah, my one and only Rare Beauty palette. I love this little green shade here at the end and the little purple. I am keeping this. Here's that Wonder Beauty palette I was talking about earlier with the one from the other drawer. All right. I do like this palette. I'm gonna keep this one. This is the Wanderous Fever. I don't feel like I need this one anymore. It's cute and it's slim, but I don't need it. All right. My first and only so far Pat McGrath product. This is something that was on sale or clearance, and it just has these 5 shades, all kind of like metallic-y, and they're pretty. So I'm gonna hold on to this. From the Nude Beach, it's just one color called Bootylicious. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I already have this color in the full-size palette. Let's see if that's true. Life's a beach, life's a beach, right? We're looking for Bootylicious. Yes, we have a Bootylicious in here. So I will get rid of the single because we don't need that. We have a couple of these little quads. Oriza. This one reminds me of fall, like the grungy orange and green. Okay, I'll keep that one. This one is, pretty, but I don't really know if I need it. It looks like all shimmer too. I'm gonna let this one go. And one more. Oh, it's purples. You know what? I feel like I have enough purples. I'm gonna let that go too. Now, Petite Eye Quad. This is pretty and taupey. I don't think there's enough difference between top and bottom to make it worth keeping. So I'm gonna let the Clio one go. Sweet and Shimmer eyeshadow palette. You know, honestly, if I wanted to use this, I feel like I could just use the e.l.f. one. Yeah, I'm gonna let it go. The next is from Illuminati. I don't think I need these. I just don't. Same with this pink. It's really purple, but I don't find myself probably wanting these shades. Yeah, I'm gonna let this go. Physicians Formula. This is the Shimmer Strips Custom Bronzer Blush Eyeshadow. So in Waikiki Strip Peachy Glow Bronzer. So this is technically a bronzer that has the striations in it, so you could use the different colors. I think this is still really pretty. I'm gonna hold on to this for now. The last thing in this drawer is PYT. Ooh, that little taupey one. I like that a lot, actually. Let me see. Yeah. You can live another day. I'll probably forget about you, but you can stay for now. So that is this drawer. Let's count them up and see what we've got here. Hold on. So it looks like I'm keeping 39 items, and what I'm getting rid of, oh wait, 41 items. So it looks like I am getting rid of 30 items. So I feel really happy about this, and if you like declutters, make sure you subscribe. I have a lot more to go, including this next drawer, which is all highlighters. This is the first of 2 drawers of highlighters. Starting here, we have a highlighter from Fenty, and this is Starstruck. This is a pink, and it does have like a nice shine on that one. I'm going to keep this one. This next one here is from Flesh, also kind of a pink. I'll keep this one too. This is Blondie, also from Fenty Beauty. And this one is gold, and I actually don't use a gold highlighter very often, and I also still have Trophy Wife, so if I wanted to do a gold, I could use that, and I will go ahead and let this one go. This is one of my personal favorites. This is the Essence Pure Nude. It has a baked formula, and honestly, it's just a beautiful inner glow. Not too much in your face. I think this is an excellent highlighter. If you've never tried this one, you should try it. This is the Pixi On The Glow, and it's a moisture stick, and what's funny is now they're getting a lot of press and attention on TikTok with the blush and the bronzer ones. I think they're kind of fun. It looks like a little deodorant stick. This one doesn't really look like it does much. It's really subtle, but I like it. I'm going to hold on to this. This is the Natasha Blush and Glow. This has 1 mini of the blush and 1 mini of the highlight. Honestly, don't find myself reaching for this very often. I think I'm good to let this one go. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Liquid Glow. You know, I don't really go for these that often. This is in the color Oyster, and there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't feel like I personally need this in my collection, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go. Ooh, the Hourglass. These are so pretty. There's 2 of them here. One is the Bronze Flash and one is Champagne Flash. And Champagne is a really pretty color. You can see that. Ooh, so beautiful. And I'm definitely holding on to that one. But Bronze is probably a bit deep for me, and I don't really feel the need to hold on to this. It's just a little more copper. So I'm gonna let that one go. Okay, this is the liquid version of the Mary Dewmanizer. So it's the Mary Lou, but in a liquid form, and I think this is fine. It's just, I don't feel the need to hold on to this either. It is really pretty though. I don't know if you can see that. The lighting is not the best because I don't have a lot of lights over here, but I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go. If you're looking for a natural highlight, this one's fun. This is the Halo Scope from Glossier, and in the color Quartz. So it has like a little center that has some shine and moisture as well. So if you kind of put this one on, you can see like it does pack a punch, but you have to use a lot of it. I like this one. I'll keep this one. This is from Sleek Makeup, and honestly, I haven't really ever used this, and it's been years. I really should just let it go, so I'm gonna let this one go. This one is from Sephora, and this is a little quad that has a bronzer, 2 blushes, and a highlight. I'm not gonna use this, I'm gonna let it go. This is from Trestique, and this is the mini highlight stick. Let's see here. Ow, that's actually really pretty. But I just don't need it. Honestly, I just don't need it. So I'm gonna let it go. This is the Vitalist Healthy Glow. Is this CoverGirl? Something like that? Okay. And this just looks to be pretty dried out. Oh, wait. Oh, it's got like a silver. Ooh. No. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this one out, honestly. Ooh, this should actually be more so with the eyeshadows. I think I'll move it, but this is the Vanilla Pigment Classic. Has like white pearlescent. It's really, really pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the singles drawer right below this that we just cleaned out. Let me do that. Right in there. Okay. Next up from Tarte, we have, it's one of their Ocean of the Sea ones, right? Yeah, it's actually really pretty. I don't know why I don't actually go into this. So it says Sunlight, Moonlight, Filtered Light. And this is the Skin Twinkle. So I'm going to hold on to this one. Next is the Kinder Glow highlight palette. This is really pretty. I just don't see myself getting a ton of use out of this when I have so many others, although it's great size for traveling. But I think I would rather give this away while it's still new and untouched to someone and let them enjoy it. This is from Pure Cosmetics. This is 3 different cream highlights. Oh, they're not cream. Oh, okay, okay. You know what? Pretty, but I think I'm gonna let them go. Oops. They're pretty though. I obviously have way more highlight than one person could ever wear for the rest of their life, so anything I'm getting away doesn't also mean that I don't like it, just have too much. This is from Farsali. You can see it's all weird and separated and gross. I will throw this one away because it is old. This is the Kathleen Lights collaboration with Makeup Geek. I love this packaging. I think it was so pretty. And even though these highlighters, you can't get them anymore, I'm just going to hold on to this for nostalgia purposes. And I know that Makeup Geek isn't even a company anymore, but I just really like this palette, so I'm going to hold on to it. Ah, no surprise to anyone, this is from ColourPop. This is the Super Shock in Lunch Money. I do really like this one. It's so pretty. There's a good sizable dent in there. You may not be able to see that, but I do. All right, this is also from Flesh and pretty pearlescent. Let's see here. Yes, it's so pretty. That actually looks like the same color as the powder. I wonder if they are the same. So it's called Pinky, and this is called Certain. So I was gonna say maybe I don't need to keep both if they're the same color, but maybe I'll just keep both. This is from RMS Beauty. I feel no pull to keep this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. It's the Living Luminizer. Okay. Oh, the cover effects. You guys remember these were all the rage at one point. Glitter drops, and it does. It's really glitter. It's not like subtle in any way. Let's see here. This is the type of thing you put in like with your body lotion, because it's just too glittery, I think, for the cheeks. So I'm gonna let that one go. If you are looking for something a little less dramatic, the Skin Illuminator by Make. Woo! Liquidy. I think is really pretty. Very, very pretty. But I don't need this one. I'm gonna let this one go. These I do really like. This is the Dewy Sticks, and this is the one from Becca. Both kind of the same thing. Both liquid, or sorry, both kind of a cream product. One a little more champagne, and one a little lighter. I will hold on to those. All right, this is from Space Case. I'm pretty sure I just kept like a eyeshadow quad looking thing, which might have been all highlighters. So I kind of feel like I don't need this. Honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and let that go. Oh, I forgot I had this one. It's pretty too. This is Stunner from Tarte. I will hold on to this. This is Glamour and from Colored Rain. I believe this is an eyeshadow, but I just thought I should use it as a highlighter. I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go. Another from Space Case, and this one is in the color Seen from Space. So there's that. Nothing wrong with this one, probably a little dark for my skin tone. I'm gonna let this one go too. Ooh, the Catrice highlighting powder. How do I feel about this? Champagne Campaign. And this is honestly such a good price, and I think it does a really nice job. But I feel like I have enough highlighters, and if I wanted something like this, I would use the Essence one. So I'm gonna let this go. I think it's brand new, never used it. This is from e.l.f. This is the Shimmer Highlight Powder. And honestly, I don't think I need this one. And this was in Pearl Glow. This is from Marcel BB Golden Glow. I think this is just time to let this like throw away. Okay. Oh, this is from the Cream Shop. And if you have never used a puff for a liquid cushion highlighter, it comes with a little sponge. You get it on there, and it's all dried up. So I'm gonna let this one go or throw it away. Here's from Iconic. Oh, the Illuminator. This is pretty much that same kind of cover effects, but without as many glitter particles. It is beautiful. Let me see here. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that is stunning. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to that one. Oh, the Laura Mercier. I think this is Baked Radiance 01. I love this one. I feel like this is kind of the what they were going for with the Catrice. Is that the Essence Pure Nude? I feel like they were trying to dupe this because this is just a beautiful baked formula. It's one of my favorites. The Highlight 01. This is perfect. I'm going to keep that one. Last in here is it looks pretty gross. I'm going to go ahead and just toss this one. Two things from Natasha Denona. I know one of them is the lighter one and one is darker, and I should let it go. This is, I think, 01. All over Body Glow. Yes, number 1. And then this is the medium, which I think is too dark. Yeah, so I'm going to let this one go. Now, ooh, okay, the liquid from Ofra. This is Rodeo Drive, I believe. Yes, Rodeo Drive. And there's nothing wrong with this, but you can see that it's all dried out inside. I just never used it in time, so I never used this. I'm going to let this go. It's too thick to even pump out, so that's a shame because it's beautiful. Oh, and then this was the darker sister. This is the Bonnie Duminizer. And so same thing as the Mary Lou, just in a coppery color. I think this one's just old. I'm going to toss it. Yeah. It's in garbage. This is from e.l.f. This is a quad of highlighters. And I'm going to let this go. Oh, this was interesting. These are these biodegradable plastic individual sheets of highlighter. Such a cool idea. You just use it like a blot sheet to have highlighter on you. I don't think I'm going to use this, but I thought it was really, really cool. So I'm going to give that one away. IBY Beauty. This is still sealed in packaging. A highlighter called Bubbly. It's kind of got that red pinky base. I'm not going to use this. I'm going to give that away. I don't know what that belongs to just yet. I'll have to figure that out. This is from Larizzi. I don't think this has ever been used. It's more of a pink. I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. You know, at the end of this, I might be able to put all of my highlighters in one drawer. Wouldn't that be amazing? All right, so these are old from Wet n Wild, and this was part of their Zodiac collection, I believe. These are still sealed, but I don't feel like I'm going to use them. This was Fire and Air. I'm going to go ahead and give away both of these. The Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. Honestly, I think it's just too old. It's been sitting in this drawer for a while. Yeah, I'm just going to toss this one. Garbage. Oh, I think this is what that lid was for. This is for the Hope Renewed. It was from Philosophy. Pretty sure this is really old too, so I'm going to go ahead and let this go, but good to know I finally found the cap. This is from Philosophy. This is from DLS. You know, I haven't really found anything from them that I've liked. It looks more like a baked blush, but it says baked highlighter. I'm going to let that go. This is from Makeup Revolution. It's a triple baked highlighter. It's a cute package. Even though the packaging is bulky, I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that. We got some more from Wet n Wild. This one is the Rose Gold, and it is way too dark for me. I'm going to get rid of that one. I will hold on to this one just because I think it's really, really pretty. And this is the Gold Bar. This is like some sort of loose powder. I don't use a ton of loose highlighting powder, so I'm going to let this one go. Ooh, the Laura Geller Baked Highlight. Do you guys remember these? That's actually a really beautiful one. I'll hold on to that. Oh, I don't think they make this anymore, but the Wet n Wild Cushion highlighters, when they made them, this was the most beautiful pinky. Ugh. It's all dried up now, but if you still have this available, you should look into it. This is a throwaway now. This is from Complex Culture, which is an Ipsy brand. So I have a light and a darker of the highlight. Honestly, I haven't tried it. I should, so hold on to that. Oh, this is another, this is Earth. You know what? I like this color more so than the other colors that were in here. I'll show you. There was Earth, Air, Fire. So I like this one. I'm going to hold on to this one. Still get rid of the other two. Next is Heya Highlighter. Let's take a look here. You know, this is fine and nice. I just don't see the need to keep it, so I'm going to let this go. Ooh, vintage Jessica Leaps. I forgot that I had this one. This is a pretty highlight. It's a little too dark for me now. Maybe I'll still hold on to that one. And then the CoverGirl. I don't know if they still have this line. It's part of the Vitalist one, but it's a really pretty color. So I'm gonna hold on to this. Maybe I will get rid of the Jessica Leapskin one. These are darker highlights now than I would normally use. Yeah, I'm gonna let this one go. Okay, so that was drawer number 1. Let me count up all of the ones that we are keeping and all the ones we are giving away. All right, so these are the 9 that I am throwing away because they're definitely expired or dried up. And let me put back all of the ones that we are keeping. So that means I'm keeping 21 and I am decluttering. Oh, you know what? I'm throwing this one away too. So that's actually one more for that. So that's 10. And these are all of the ones that I'm getting rid of, which is 29. So I got rid of 29. So I got rid of way more than half of my collection. I feel really good about this, but believe it or not, I have a second drawer of highlighters. All right, this first one is from Michaela Glamlight. This was a gift with purchase when I bought the Pot 2 palette, so it looks nice. I haven't used it yet. I'm gonna hold on to this one so I can try it. This next one is the Confetti Highlighter from Ciate, and I used to really like this one, but now I think that it might just be a little bit too dark for me, so I think I'm gonna let this one go. These next two, I'm never going to throw away. I just love them both so much. They're the Pixie by Petra, and these are beautiful. This is Delicate Dew and Subtle Sunrise. If I had to pick a favorite, it would be Delicate Dew between the two, but these are almost like a baked, they perform as good or better than high-end in my opinion. I really like these highlighters. Fenty Beauty, I have 2. This is a pink and purple one, and then this is the Trophy Wife Classic Yellow Gold. I feel like everybody has to keep this one. I'm just gonna hold on to it even though I know it doesn't necessarily go for my skin type. And this one, the purple and pink, I feel like I've used it more as eyeshadow than I ever have as a highlighter, and I don't need to hold on to it for that. So I'm gonna let this one go. Mary Lou, the old classic OG, I'm gonna hold on to her. You can see the rings in here. One day I will hit pan on this. I'm holding on to her. Girlactic, this is a cream product. It has a blush and a highlight on the other side, and it is really pretty. I don't know if I feel the need to hold on to it though. I'm gonna give that a maybe for just now. Ooh, this one's really pretty. This is the Clio Prism Air. This one has just a pretty, almost like holographic type of feel. Has gold and flashes a little bit something else too. So I like this one. I'll hold on to it. So next up is going to be this one here from Catrice. This is the More Than Glow highlighter. I love this one. It has a subtle pink shift on this one, and I think it performs just as well as some high-end ones. This is the Supreme Rose Beam, holding on to her. All right, so this entire section over here is all Ofra, so maybe we'll do that one together. So this one is the Vintage by Jessica Leapskind. I know one of them I had cracked. It's not this one. This is more of a pink/orange. I don't feel the need to hold on to this one. It is really pretty though. Laura Mercier. This one is beautiful. This is one of their baked formulas and has a light pink on it. This is the color Devotion. I'm gonna hold on to her. And then this is the more golden one, and I don't feel the need to hold on to this, even though it's beautiful, and that is Addiction. Do I? No, I have plenty of gold highlights. I'm gonna let that one go. Okay, coming over to the Becca section. This is a, what is this? The Pearl Flashes Gold. I will definitely hold on to this. A lot of the Becca highlights you can't get anymore just because Becca shut down, but Smashbox does have a few of the most popular colors still that you can get. Is this Opal? It's like the Opal. Yeah, this is a really beautiful one. I'm gonna hold on to this one. It's Opal. I also like to travel with her. She's well loved. This is another Champagne Pop, I believe, or is this Opal? It's also Opal. It's actually, though, it's still just such a beautiful color, but how often am I gonna go through all of my highlights? Not very often, but I also can't just get them. So but I don't want to be a hoarder. It's okay. I'm going to let go of this broken one. I'll hold on to this one. My life will be okay. This is Champagne Pop, a mini of Champagne Pop. This broke. Honestly, I know I have a large of the Champagne Pop, so I'm going to toss this one. This is Afterglow from Pure Minerals. I need to put this in a Z palette. I'll hold on to this one. Okay, so here is Prosecco Pop. So beautiful color. I'll hold on to her. And then here's the original Champagne Pop. Yeah, I have. You can see she's been loved. If you want to see the colors next to each other. Prosecco's just a little bit lighter and more golden. There we go. Both beautiful though. And then one more, there was a special edition one, and this is Rose Quartz. It had these beautiful like flowers engraved in it. So I'll hold on to her. Now we're gonna hold on to most of the Ofra ones, and some of them have different packaging because when they had some in BoxyCharm, they didn't have the original packaging. They had more so this one that doesn't allow you to pop them out, which I don't know, it's probably just much cheaper, but here's an original of Odeo Drive, and I'll probably hold on. I know I have a few of these though in here, so I may let one of these go. Let's see, this one is Star Island. Very nice. This one is Snuggle Up. It's a blush duo. Oh yeah, this was a holiday. So it has like a cheek color as well as a highlight. And I'm always like, where do I put this? In highlighters or in blushes? So I'll hold on to her. I think there's a couple of those in here. And this is the March Beauty Word. This is a combo. So it has half Star Island and half of the pink one. I have this one, so I could get rid of the tiny Star Island because there's 2 slices of it in here. And yeah, I think maybe I'll just do that. I think this is just Rodeo Drive again. If I have a pin, I will pop this out. I think it's another of Rodeo Drive. Now, are you someone who likes to have the old packaging with the mirror and the ability to pop it out, or are you someone who likes this new compact packaging? I could see arguments for both, honestly. I'm pretty sure these are the same color though, so once I confirm that, I will get rid of one and I will keep the other. All right, this one is from Madison Miller from a collab that she did with Ofra, and this one is more of a pinky, and this one is called Sea Shimmer. So she had 2. There was Sea Shimmer and I think Moonlight, so I have both of them. So there's that one. And oh, here's another of Star Island. Geez, I have a big of Star Island as well. So actually, let me put that one in the giveaway as well. Maybe I'll keep the tiny one just in case, okay? And then here's that other one called Moon Dance. So the Madison Miller collab ones, she had a pink one and more of a ivory one. So those are the 2 colors there. All right, then in the palettes, you'll also see I have more of them in the face palettes. From Pure Cosmetics, oh shoot, my phone shut off on me. We'll see how much it got. A 3 little palette here for highlights. I don't feel like I need this. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. I know this was limited edition, you can't really get it anymore, but I'm not getting rid of it. It was one of the prettiest highlights ever. This was the Amrezy and Anastasia Beverly Hills collab. This is from Tarte. Honestly, this one is beautiful and it's for decoration, but it's kind of chunky as a highlight and I don't necessarily love it. And it does take up room in my collection and I really should let it go because just keeping it so I can look at it once a year during the declutter, it's not really good plan. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of it. Be strong. All right, I have 3 of these powder highlights, which I don't really do powder highlights very much. This is Purple Dream, Illuminati, and Summer Haze. All very good ideas in theory. In execution for me, I'm not going to use them. These are all from Artist Couture. This is from Lovecraft Beauty. Highlighting palette with 2 Aurora Borealis, which actually just makes me think of the Taylor Swift song that she has that in there. So 1 pink, 1 bronze, both lovely. I don't think I'm going to use this. I will let this go. This is from Pure, and this is a bronze and Brighton. So 1 blush, 1 highlighter, 1 bronze. I'm gonna hold on to that one. That's kind of fun. Ooh, from Hourglass. This is the Incandescent Strobe Light. Really pretty. I'm gonna hold on to that. This is from Milani. So there's a kind of a light one and a medium orange and a medium that's more like, what would you call that color? Salmon. I don't know. I'm gonna let this one go. This is the Glowdient makeup palette. And it has like a little array here of different colors. I'm gonna let this one go too. Oh, this is another of the Sleek palettes. I think I'll just let this one go too. Physicians Formula, Lancome. I know this one was a cushion, so here we go. The Butter Highlighter in Champagne. It does smell good though, but that's too dark for me. I'm not gonna use that. And this is in Rose Gold. Beautiful, but I'm not gonna use that either. I know me. This is the Lancome. This one was a powder. This is the Glow Subtle. It's Glowing Lights number 6, but it has like a Super Shock formula. And it's kind of dried out, so I'm actually gonna toss this one. All right. Next up, this is from Cover FX. This is really pretty. Why don't I use this? This is right up my alley. I am going to definitely keep that one. This is also from Lancome. And a pink and a champagne and a little bit more rose gold. I'm holding on to this one. Ooh, Be the Light Becca. I remember I wanted this so much and then I got it, forgot I had it. So finishing powder, bronzer, blush. It's bulky packaging, but I definitely want to give that a shot. And then a couple of these from Steve Laurent. Cotton Candy and Prosecco Please. These are more of those jelly ones, I believe. And these are too dark for me. I'm not going to use these, so I'm gonna let both of them go. All right, time to reassemble here and count. 1 second. All right, so what I'm going to be keeping is 31. I'm throwing away 2, and I'm giving away 20. So today we're going to be working on the blush drawer that I have. I do love blush. However, I also know that it would be better for me to get rid of some things and actually let them go to homes and people that would use them and love them more than I do getting to them maybe once a year. So I don't know exactly how many we're going for here, but I just want to feel good about opening up the drawer and knowing I could pick any item and it's going to make me happy. So let's go ahead and get started. This is from Pure. This is the Fair Light, and it basically has, you know, a blush, a bronzer, a highlight, like a yellow powder. This is not something that I've ever used. It's translucent powder, bronzer, blush, and highlighter. You know, I don't know why I haven't used this. I really should. I'm going to keep this one for right now. Natasha Denona, Diamond and Blush. You know, honestly, there's a couple of items in here that are cream based, and so definitely shouldn't keep them as long as I probably have. But I'm a rebel, and I do like some of these glittery ones as eyeshadows as well. I do wish that this palette was a little bit smaller. I feel like they could have done that in some way, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. And if you have this palette, you can also pop out the back, stick a pin through there, and put them into some sort of palette that's magnetized as well. And you could definitely, I could definitely do that. If there's only a couple colors that I really wanna hold on to, like one of these sparkles, it might be easier for me to take this one out than to keep the whole palette around just for this one. I will consider that in the future. So going and keeping this one. Again, with Natasha Denona, we have the Bloom, and this one has kind of a cream and a powder, and then these are really pretty kind of blush toppers. I don't necessarily think of them as like straight on highlighters, but I think of more like blush toppers. This is actually a really nice one. I'm gonna hold on to this one, as well as I'm gonna hold on to this one because it's fairly new to me. This is the Cupid Cheek Duo. And you can see I've definitely put some work in on this. This is a cream blush. It's really, really pretty. This is a golden highlighter, and I like that it's really compact in this little duo. So I'm gonna hold on to this one. maybe just to be safe, we'll call this a blush collection and minor declutter. We'll see. This is a BoxyCharm special made Z palette that I threw in some old blushes. I think these are mostly Ofra blushes from some of their MIDI mix palettes. So I'm gonna hold on to this for now. All right, here's the Betty Boop collection. This was a collaboration with Ipsy. I don't know if I've ever used this one. I don't think so. And I love how slim it is. And it would be good for traveling if I did that more often. I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go though, honestly, because I just never use it. Never have. This is from Laura Geller. This is the Multitasking Eye Lip Cheek palette. That is a cream to powder trio. I forgot I had this. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't scream to me that I need to keep it. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go. This is the one from Jouer, and honestly, they have a couple of really pretty duos, and this was not my first choice, but the first choice was already sold out, so I got this one, and I don't regret it. I know I would have liked the other one a little bit better, but beautiful packaging, beautiful embossing, just so elegant, I feel like. I know they have a bronzer duo as well. I would definitely like to check that out in the future. This color, by the way, is the Flirt duo, so I'm gonna keep that one. All right, so here are some liquid or cream blushes that I think I am ready to part with. And these are by Purlisse. Now the reason is that I find them a little bit harder because they almost come out like a mousse to blend in. So you really have to mix something else in with it, like maybe Auric Glow Lust or a little bit of lotion. And then you can wear this and it's really pretty, but I have other cheek products that I don't need to do that with. So for me, I would rather just use one of the others. So I think I'm gonna get rid of all three of these. This is the Hourglass, and I think this is Diffused Heat. Yeah, the ambient ones, they're super fun because they're baked product and you can really go ham on it and it doesn't seem to be too much. So I like this one, I will hold on to it. Oh, okay, the Cloud Paint. So with Cloud Paint, these are very pigmented and honestly, you don't need a lot. And these are really beautiful. I think I won't use this deeper, darker berry. I don't think I will, I haven't yet. But like, look how beautiful it is. Once you, boop, 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 boop. Like, look at that. It is too dark, but it just keeps spreading and keeps on like, oh, it's so pretty though. Nope, I'm getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of it. Okay, I'm decluttering. All right, moving on. I have another of the Ambient Light, and I believe that this one is Dim Infusion. So I think both of these are really pretty. I'm gonna hold on to both. Did I miss this whole front section? I think I did. Okay, well, we'll finish this and come back to it. This is the Alamar Cosmetics, and this is a trio. And even though they seem really intimidating in the pan, on your skin, they are not. They're really, really pretty, and I love the blue packaging and how like thin all of this is, so I definitely like this one. And then, oh, Cloud Paint in, this is the one I really, really like, Dusk. You can see between the two, I've used this one quite a lot, and the other one, like, never, really. So if you can see how much skinnier this one is. I love this color. It's a perfect peachy type of just natural one. I love this one. Oh yes, the Chili Mango. This is from Fenty Beauty. It is not my normal to go with something like an electric orange, but it's actually beautiful and I really, really am glad to have it in my collection. Okay, now let's come back to the front of stuff that we missed here. So let's take a look. This is the Lorac palette. This was a holiday palette and I think it's beautiful and it has lots of fun shades in it. So I'm gonna hold on to this one, and it has two highlighters in there too. Okay, from Complex Culture. This one has a blush as well as a bronzer. You can tell it's never been touched. I actually should use that. I don't know why I don't, so I will hold on to that. Oh, the Pixie Glow. I've been holding on to this for a long time. I really should just let it go. This is their combination. It has like highlight, blush, bronzer towards the bottom, and It's such a pretty, pretty product. I don't know if I'm ready to let it go. I'm emotionally invested in this because also it was given to me in PR and I don't usually get PR, so I think I'm gonna have to hold on to this one. I'm sorry. Don't come for me, anyone. All right. This is from Chantecaille. It's the first thing I've ever had from Chantecaille, and honestly, I was a little disappointed. I got this in my Beautylish Lucky Bag, but this pan falls out. So I have to be very, very careful with this, but the product itself, lovely. Nice color, but yeah, it does bum me out that every time I use it, I have to be very careful not to break it more. Girls Getaway Trio. This is from the Balm. I love the Balm face products. So this has basically 2 kind of blushers and 1 kind of bronzer that you could still use as a blush if you wanted to. But I love this little set. I'm going to hold on to that. Also from the Balm, this is in the palm of your hand, and this has taken a couple of their best products and put them all into one palette. So you've got, you know, 5 different eyeshadows up top, except for this one is a highlight, and then you've got 3 blushers and 1 bronzer down here. So it's kind of a nice little compact and beautiful little kit, because you could always use the bronzer as like in your crease and then deepen it up with some of these colors over here, which are more dusty mauve down into dark eggplant purple with kind of a brown glitter here. So if you were to do something like this and this and this in the inner core, it would be really, really beautiful too. So I love this one. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this. And I love how you can see all the different covers in their kind of vintage pictures, because I think their packaging is always really, really cute. All right. Here's some eyelash that no one has to see. All right. Oh, this is the Coco collection by the Kylie Cosmetics. So way back in the day, I bought this when Khloe Kardashian did the collab with her sister's makeup brand. I don't think I need to hold on to this because I have so many other colors. It is nice, but I don't know if it's that nice worth keeping. Does that make sense? I know if I keep it, there's probably a good chance I won't use it much. It'll just be here for next year's Declutter too. But also, I really liked it. So let me put that in the maybe for just a second. Ooh, yes, Frat Boy. This is one of my favorite blushes from the Balm to travel with. And it has a little bit of that pink with a little bit of like shimmer or something in it. It's just kind of special. I really like this one. And it is really good for travel. Okay, what do we have over here? Oh, I have another one of those Pixie Glow. You know what? I'm going to get rid of one of them. So let's see here. Which one should we get rid of? I think I'm going to get rid of the pink one. Yeah. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. And you know what? I have another of the blue palette because there was one that was light and one that was dark. And so if I look at this, and like I said, the dark isn't even that dark. So I think I'm going to give away the light one and hold on to the dark one. Yeah, I feel good about that. Because I also feel like I have that orange in that chili mango from Fenty. So maybe it's not so bad. All right, this is a very large NARS Orgasm one, and this is a classic for a reason. It's beautiful. It's kind of pink, it's kind of coral, it's kind of iridescent, and a little something special. So I'm holding on to this one. Oh, this is such a pretty product. This is the Nude Sticks Magnetic Lip Plush Paints. And what's so funny about this is I never use it on my lips. I use it on my cheeks as a liquid blush. I just think it's beautiful. And the color is Waikiki Rose. So if you've ever had these, just check it out maybe as a blush because it's pretty darn awesome. The Too Faced Love Hangover. I got this when it was on super sale and I have not used it yet. Am I going to use it? I don't know. It's such a cute package though. I'm gonna put this in the maybe for right now. Ooh, this is the MAC one, and this is in the color, what are you? Love Thing. It's a mineralized blush. I hate opening this thing. It's a baked formula, and you know what? I think I can let this one go. I don't need this one. All right, the Maxi blush from Rimmel, actually really pretty. It kind of reminds me of a lighter version of the NARS Orgasm. It's got more peach than the other, but it's just a really beautiful blush. This is a collab that Madison Miller did with Ofra, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have this same color in a little midi trio. So if that's the case, I will get rid of this and hold on to the trio, but let me confirm that first. This is the Laura Geller Baked Blush, and this is the one that I kept over that MAC one. I think this one is really pretty. Don't let the color fool you. Once it's on your skin, it's really beautiful. Please hold for my dog. Hey, buddy. This is the Phase Zero. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with this blush. I just don't need this one. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores blush, and Je ne sais quoi. And you know what? It's a nice, pretty color. Can't complain about it. I'll go ahead and keep this one. This one's a classic for a reason. It's Milani Luminoso. It has the bottom with the mirror where it used to have a little brush. I think everyone in the world knows this color. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. It is a blush that is a baked formula. All right, so from Patrick Ta, I have two different colors. One is She's Seductive, and this one is She's Passionate. So passionate and seductive. And these blushes are really beautiful, and the only reason I don't use them more is because I forget that I have them. So maybe now when I'm decluttering some stuff, I'll remember some of the good stuff. This is from Smith & Colt. I know they also do like some other makeup, and they do nail polish. I don't like this packaging, but I wanted to like the product inside because it reminds me of like a NARS Duo. But because it's askew and I've never used it since the last declutter, I'm going to declutter it finally this time. Oh yeah, Laura, I forgot I had this one. This is the grapefruit, I think. Grapefruit. It's such a beautiful color. I literally forgot that I had this one. I really like this formula. I'm keeping that. Okay. Now this is also from NARS. It's called Deep Throat. So it's a kind of a lighter pink. Still a little bit of shimmer in it. I will go ahead and keep this one for now. This is The Blush by Essence, and in number 20, Bespoke. So it's got kind of a brown, it's almost like a warm bronzer, and I just think it's really pretty. I like a lot of the Essence and like Catrice and some of those products from the drugstore that people tend to overlook. But so this is NARS in Goulet. This was like more of a red color, or no, raspberry color that we got as a VIB Rouge one year as some sort of perk. So I'll hold on to that one. Ah, yes, Party. I feel like everyone had this at some point, but it's just a nice neutral type of blush, and the Amazonian Clay one has great lasting power, so I'll hold on to that. It's easy to travel with. And then Becca, rest in peace. This is Camellia. Yeah, Camellia. Just a beautiful color. It's got a little bit of shine sparkle in it as well. You can see. I'm gonna hold on to this one. There was a different Becca blush that I did depot and throw into like a Z palette type thing, because you can push on the little thing on the bottom to try and pop it out, but it's quite difficult, and I broke one in the past trying to do that. All right, so these guys I forget about all the time because they kind of fall down, they don't stick up. But these are from e.l.f. And I remember when they first came out, I'm like, I have to get every color. And now I'm like, I have not used them at all. So let's go through these. This is Super Apple. I'm going to let go of all of these, honestly. I don't need them. This is Guava. So some of them will have a bronzer with it, and then some of them will have a highlight. This one is Pomegranate. This one is Lychee. Do you say lychee or lychee? This one is really pretty though. And then this one is, ooh, this one's really pretty too. That would be a cute 2 eye color look as well. And this one is Coconut. So Coconut is kind of a sleeper here, as well as this one. These two I think are really pretty. I think it's Guava. Oh no, Lychee. I feel like maybe I should keep one of them. Pretty. You know what? No. I'm going to let them go. They're beautiful though. I'm going to swatch the other one too while I'm at it, since I'm here with it. So this one, the highlight's beautiful and the blush was so-so. This one was, the bronzer's okay, and then the highlight is a little so-so. So I feel good about getting rid of these. Okay, last but not least, we have some of these larger, looks like face palettes. Oh my gosh, I love this one so much. This is from Jouer. This is the Champagne and Macarons collection. So it has a, you can see I've used it quite a bit, but it has two blushes, one bronzer, and a highlight. This is the perfect travel with me palette because you have two different shades of blush and then you already have your bronzer and highlight built in, everything, and it's so compact and the packaging is beautiful. So if you've never checked this one out, you should. I love it. You can see it's very well loved. Yes, that is true. All right, Refocus Glow Doll 10. This is very, very similar, just in a chunkier package, honestly. So let's take a look here. It says it's a highlighter, a bronzer, a blush, and a powder. Do I need this considering I have the Champagnes and Macaron? I don't think that I do, honestly. I'm gonna put that in maybe, but I don't think I need this one right now. Oh yes, the Tarte. I just think these colors are stunning. And I think the packaging is stunning, and I will always hold on to this one, even if I don't use it, just because I love the way that it looks. I know that's silly, but all right. So these are a couple of old pinwheels of when they did it holiday season. Because these are powder products, I will hold on to this one. I think this one might be creams though, and this one would be time to let it go. Nope, also powder. Ooh, lucky me. Now I have every shade that I would ever need. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to these. I am going to get rid of the Milani. These are beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I have enough blushes now, obviously. What do they call this? They called this the Rose Powder Blush. So there you go, in Floral Fantasy. So I will go ahead and let this one go, and I think someone will be very happy to receive that. Okay, coming back to some of our maybes. It doesn't take up a lot of space. I could hold on to it. How many other colors do I have that are like this? Okay, I'm gonna hold on to this one. And then we need to bring in, these others back into the mix. Okay, so this is what the final drawer looks like, and I feel pretty good about this. So I will count how many I decluttered and then be right back. So here is what I have decluttered. There are 20 in here, and I don't know how many are left. I don't feel like counting all of the blushes. It wasn't half or probably even a third of my blushes, but I feel good about this. This is a good starting / stopping point for me. This time I am going to be doing setting sprays. So let's go ahead and get into it. There's a couple things that don't actually belong in here. These are a couple of old Scentbird containers. I was just looking for a place to put them at the time. I'm gonna get rid of this one because it's got all the paint off of it, and I'm gonna keep this one. I have a whole bunch of Scentbird fragrances, and I just need to put one in here, so I'll keep this. Next, this is from Manica Dar, and this is a setting spray, and let's see, it's called the Hydrating Face Mist, and it's brand new, and I think honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and give this away to a couple of my friends since I don't need this many sprays, and I have some that I like, so I'll donate this one to my friend. Oh, this is the Ofra Makeup Fixer. You know, I heard someone else say that they really, really like this one. I've never tried it. I do like that it's kind of a smaller size, which is nice for travel, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna get use out of this one, and so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one and give it to my friend. Oh, this is a makeup fixer, a small one. This would be perfect for traveling, so maybe I'll hold on to this one. That's great, so I can try it as a travel size. All right, this is Apto Skincare Face Mist, and I don't think I've ever used this one. I don't think I need this one either, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one and declutter it. This is a sunless tanning lotion. I think this just needs to go in the trash. This is the Sephora Beauty Amplifier, and honestly, I don't think I've ever used this one. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what? Maybe I'll bring back that Ofra one, and I will, oh, this one's only 1 fluid ounce too. So I could travel with this one. Okay, I'll keep this one too. Wait, didn't I just do, okay, I have 2. Apparently I have 2 of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one as well. This is a classic. I'm almost done with it. You can see there's just the tiniest amount. So I'm gonna put this on my vanity so that I actually use this and get rid of it, and then it will be an empty. All right, this is from Catrice. This is their Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray. I've used some of this. I think this one is a little bit more drying because it has a higher alcohol ingredient deck as higher up in the list. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one too. Ah, the Ready Set Radiant from Tarte, right? I think it's from Tarte, yeah. I haven't used it. I'm not going to, I don't plan on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. All right, so this is from Pixi. This is the Makeup Fixing Mist with rose water. And if I recall, it kind of has a scent of rose. Yeah, which is not my favorite. I love like the Milky Mist scent, but the rose scent is not my favorite. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one too. This is almost empty. This is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. This one has the finest mist of any mister I've ever seen. Like this and the Pixi Beauty Milky Glow, that they're both the best, most fine mist. So I'm almost done with this one. I will use it until it becomes an empty. Next up, we have the Crystal Power Hydro Mist for Skin and Soul Get Glowing from Pacifica. It's got little mixers in there, I think. I don't think I'm gonna use this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. I don't have a lid for it though anymore. All right, this is the Project Beauty Spray Set Go Makeup Setting Spray. I don't have any opinions on this either way, but I'm fine to let it go. Okay, this is the Revolution Pro Fix Illuminating Fixing Spray. I think they also have one that's more matte or oily control, and I prefer that one. So this is a maybe. I'm gonna put it over here as a maybe. Oh, this is almost completely empty. I don't know if you can hear that. This is the Master Fix by Face Studio. Oh my gosh, this is such a good setting spray. I love this one, and I'm sad that I only have a few sprays left in it. I'm gonna also put this one on my vanity. I'm gonna have 2, maybe 3 empties here very soon. So that's exciting. I will use this until it's all gone. This is the Derma E Hydrating Mist. I don't necessarily consider this for fixing and holding my makeup in place, but it's just a nice mist overall. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. This is the Grace and Stella Spray All Day. So this is a hydrating facial mist, and it also has that rose scent, and that's not quite my favorite, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this too. This one's going in the trash. I don't really support Morphe. I don't really support Jeffree Star anymore, so this is a long time ago. I'm gonna throw this one away. Ooh, this is such a good one. The Hangover 3-in-1. Honestly, sometimes I forget I had this one. It has a little bit of a coconutty smell as well, so I will definitely hold on to this one and use it. This is from Farsali, which I heard they're back again, which is great. This is the Rose Gold Skin Mist, and it has a glass bottle. Here, I don't have very good nails right now, but yeah, I think I am going to hold on to this one. I think the packaging is really beautiful. I just think it's a nice bottle. So Iconic London Prep Set Glow. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got all of these swirls of, I don't know, whatever you call that, but it's got swirls, and I think it kind of would be great if you use it on the body as well. This is not something that I would normally use or wear, but it is kind of nice to have it in the collection, to have at least one. But I do have a body spray actually from Sol de Janeiro that has that wonderful scent as well as the shimmer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one and hold on to the Sol de Janeiro, which is in my bathroom currently. All right, this is the Skin & Co. Aqua Illuminate Visio Truffle Therapy. I don't know if I remember having any feelings on this, particularly one way or the other. Let me smell it too. It has a little bit of a like mint almost smell. Huh, that's interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this one. This one's kind of fun. So let me show you now. I have 3 that I have to keep on my counter. But this, again, like I said, I only have a few sprays left of this. This is the Master Fix. This is the Fix Plus, and this is the Cover FX Illuminating Spray. So I'm gonna keep these 3 on my vanity. So I'm almost done with all of them. And then I'm keeping those 3 plus 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm leaving with 7 setting sprays. Oh, I still have this. Just kidding. I'm double guessing now everything, if there's anything that I want to take. These are some things that are straight for the trash. These are the items that I am going to be decluttering and giving to friends. So how many did I get rid of here? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I got rid of 11, which is more than half of my setting sprays. So I'm good with that number. And I think I'll even get rid of this basket here. All right, so this is what I'm keeping. I have 10, 3 of which are almost completely empty. I got rid of 11, so that's more than half of my sprays. So good job to me. And if you are interested in more declutters, hit that subscribe button because I have more. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you in a video very soon. Bye.